All right, welcome everyone. This is the Marine City Commission meeting is called to order on Thursday, May 20th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Can we please have a moment of silence to send our positive thoughts and prayers to those in our community that need our support? Thank you. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bryson.
Here.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Here.
Commissioner Callahan is absent this evening. Commissioner Clausen.
Here.
Commissioner Kreisler.
Here.
Commissioner Ross.
Here.
Mayor Verkaman.
Here.
City Manager Levin.
Here.
All right. I need a motion to approve the agenda with the following amendments. We are going to move agenda item 11B Boy, the Eagle Scout Beach Project. We're going to do that following public comment. And we're going to remove item 10A, Adam, the Marina Grant Update. Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
You need a motion.
Oh.
We need a motion.
So moved.
Say that on my notes.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Roll call, please.
We can just vote on that as all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to public comment. Anyone is welcome to address the City Commission. Please state your name. Limit your comments to 5 minutes. Commission will not respond, but we will follow up as necessary. Anyone? Go ahead.
My name is Kristen Klepak. I live on Bruce Street in Marine City. We're having a really bad issue from House 172 Bruce Street. They have a vacant property there. It's been vacant since we've lived here about 5 years ago. And we didn't mind it as much. It's kind of an eyesore, but the problem has become raccoons and critters, and it's bad. The raccoons get into the roof, they tear up the insulation, which gets all over our yards. We all have small animals and dogs and pets. We also have critters that I keep seeing on all of our roofs. They're going in and out of holes on 172. I'm worried they're gonna create problems on our roofs. Yeah, it needs to be addressed. We've tried to talk to the owner. She's very she doesn't care. It's very clear she doesn't care. So we really need the support of the city to help us get something done about this property because it's getting to the point where it's damaging neighboring properties. The lattice underneath my deck has been all pushed in and damaged. I'm really worried about our pets. And that's about it.
What was the address again?
For the house that the problem is, 172 Bruce Street.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Anyone else?
My name is Kimberly Evans, and I also reside on Bruce Street, and the House 172 is a huge concern to not only us, but anybody walking by with dogs, young children. The insulation is falling out of their house, all the eaves, it flies onto our vehicles. I'm afraid at times when the wind is blowing to keep the windows on that side of our house open for fear we're only 10 feet away from their property, that all that health concerns is gonna blow into our house. My daughter, who is also here, won't sleep with their window open at night because we hear the critters crawling on the roof, and it's scary to think that maybe they could crawl up onto our house too and cause a concern. We have we have small dogs as well. The raccoons tear up our garbage weekly. My daughters are always out there picking it up. I've tried to address the homeowner, and she is very dismissive, and I asked her to please clean up the insulation that is inches thick and goes the whole entire steps that are within feet of my car in my driveway. So where we have to walk, I'm tracking that in to my family. At first, I thought the raccoons were cute, but they're not, they're not made to live in a residential house. I have videos, I have pictures of the mom and her babies. There was 4 babies. They come out nightly. They're on the roofs. They come down. So they're just wreaking havoc on the neighborhood and causing big issues and most of all health concerns. So the house is falling apart. It's been empty. I moved into my house in 2012, and it's been empty even years before that. So it's ongoing problem. So I just would like it addressed. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on. Eagle Scout Beach Project. We have a presentation. Hi, how are you?
Hello, my name is Ryan Wiley, and I've been with the Boy Scouts since 2nd grade, and I've always wanted to become an Eagle Scout. As well as being a Boy Scout for most of my life, I've also lived on the beach my entire life, and I want to give back to a place that I love. And for my Eagle Scout project, I've seen a lot of ideas, but I think the one that I like most is the one that I saw at Lexington Beach. It is a exchange box for the beach as well as a life jacket box. I've seen a need for a toy box with many kids taking toys from the lost and found to, supplement not having a toy. And then I've seen the concern of kids arriving to the beach without parents, and they're young kids who could have something terrible happen to them because they're unsupervised, So a life jacket could mitigate something terrible happening. The materials needed for the project are low and really reasonable to acquire. The specific details are as follows, which is the toy box would be 5 feet wide, 4 feet tall, 2 feet deep, and would have 2 poles to rest upon, which would be 2x6s. This would be made out of stained wood with a sloped roof that is shingled. The life jacket rack would be much smaller. It would be only 3 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep with the same sloped roof. They would have quick creek beneath the poles supporting it, which would be used with T11 plywood. And the box would be right next to the beach house, which is out of the way and wouldn't hurt the view for anyone. Or it could alternatively be put by the sidewalk. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for Ryan? So Ryan, you want to put this at the beach? Where at the beach?
I want to put it next to the beach house, which is right to the bathroom, just off the sidewalk.
And so this is going to be for people to donate toys and things for the kids to play in the sand?
Yes.
And it's going to be heavy enough that the wind isn't going to take it and...
Yeah, it would be supported by 2 poles in the ground with concrete at the base, so that it wouldn't fall over or anything.
And the honor system, obviously, if you take a toy, you got to put the toy back at the end of the...
Yeah,
When
and
you're
that's what's already happening with the toy box exchange, except it's not good enough. It's just a box that kids go to, and they could take like anything, and the beach attendants have to put stuff that they find all over the beach into the toy box exchange, or into the lost and found it wouldn't be as good as a actual area where kids can put stuff and exchange things.
Good. Anyone else? Thank you very much. Sounds like a great idea. I'm glad you're getting involved in the community.
Thank you.
We just
You're
be looking
welcome.
for a motion to approve the project.
And I am,
Stay at the podium.
I've
I'm-
never been to one of these.
We just want to embarrass you.
so I need a motion to approve the Eagle Scout Beach project.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Eagle Scout Beach project as written in 11B. Support.
We have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Congrats.
Good job. And I need a motion to approve the city commission meeting minutes of May 6, 2021. Any discussions or changes?
So moved, I'll make the motion.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. Moving on to 6B Boy, I need a motion to approve the City Commission closed session minutes of November 5, 2020.
So moved. Support.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to 6C Charlie, we need a motion to approve the City Commission closed session minutes of February 4th, 2021.
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We are moving right along. And I need a motion to approve the City Commission closed session minutes of February 18th, 2021.
So moved.
Support.
I have a motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I need a motion to approve the City Commission closed session meeting minutes of March 4, 2021.
So moved.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And opposed? Motion carried. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. I have the following items on the consent agenda: the cancellation of the June 3rd, 2021 meeting, departmental activity reports, the Marine City Area Fire Authority run report, Planning Commission meeting minutes for April 12th, the special event, the Marine City High School Homecoming Parade, and we have business license approval for our new Mexican restaurant on Water Street called La Casa de Rosa. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda, letters A through F.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Roll call vote, please.
What about discussion?
Go ahead.
Can't.
You can't? On the
have
agenda?
to pull something out.
You can pull an item from the consent agenda.
Okay, I was just wondering why.
Well, you can pull it out, Bill, if you want, and move it. It has to be moved to here, if you want to discuss it.
I wanted to see if we can discuss, I don't know why we're canceling the June 3rd meeting.
That was something that was in my manager's report. We're talking about trying to stay just to one meeting a month throughout the summer.
Okay.
Did I finish this one? I did. So moving on to,
Nope.
Wait,
We
we
didn't
got a
vote.
vote.
We
oh,
didn't.
I'm sorry, I
Just ready
didn't
to
finish
call.
the roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Bryson?
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick?
Yeah.
Commissioner Clausen?
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler?
Yes.
Commissioner Ross?
Yes.
Mayor McCammon?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Financial business, expenditures including payroll for $267,674.71. Need a motion to approve expenditures. Any questions or comments?
I have a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve expenditures including payroll for $267,674.71.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Any questions?
Yep. Were the binoculars that you're putting in here, what park's those going in?
That's going in at Mariner Park. That was part of the Christopher Reeve Foundation grant.
Okay. All right. All I have.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, moving on to 8B Boyd, 2021 tax rate request. Need a motion to approve the 2021 tax rate request.
I'll make a motion, we approve the 2021 tax rate request.
Support.
Have a motion and support. Any questions? And roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And going down to 8C, resolution number 013-2021, special assessment for delinquent accounts. Need a motion to approve resolution number 013-2021.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution number 013-2021, special assessment for delinquent accounts.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, public hearing. Notice is hereby given that the city commission will conduct a public hearing at 7:18 PM to receive public comments on the community development block grant for infrastructure improvements. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Anyone for public comment? Okay, the public hearing is now declared closed at 7:18 PM. Moving on to unfinished business, we're going to talk about the kayak launch. Elaine?
Last time we talked about the kayak launch, this was when we were working on getting the grants for it. This is an approval for the actual purchase of the kayak launch. The grant that we received from the St. Clair County Parks and Recreation is in the amount of $30,000. The grant cost is $32,249.10. The only local person that we could find to provide this type of commercial grade ADA launch is Water Docks. And what it is that we're looking for is to waive competitive bidding and approve the purchase in the amount of the $32,249.10.
So you said that we're very limited on our resources for getting.
Correct, yeah. Mike did a pretty extensive search trying to find any other kayak launches similar to this in the area. This actually comes out of Caro, I believe is where it's coming from.
Yeah, I tell you right now, man, there's a lot of kayakers on the water already. This is very well needed. All right. Discussion? Comments? Okay. I need a motion to waive competitive bidding.
So moved.
Support?
I have a motion and support. Roll call vote?
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Verkaman,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, good job. Thanks, Mike, for putting it together.
For waiving competitive.
We got to do the cost now.
Oh. I need a motion to approve the purchase.
I'll make a motion, we approve the purchase of the kayak launch through Blue Water Docks LLC for the amount of $32,249.10.
Support.
And we have a motion and support. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Verkaman,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson.
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, good job, Mike. Go ahead.
All right, on this permit, we have the Corps of Engineers permit already. I've been emailing Katie Fairchild from Eagle for other permit since March. Come to find out, she no longer works in that part. Nobody notified me, nothing. So now I'm working with this girl named Alexis. I've left phone messages with her today. If I'm not hearing back from anybody, I'm gonna order this thing, I'm putting it in, the end of it. They wanna come after us, give us a fine, just say thank you and forgiveness. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been dealing with this for a long time now, can't get nobody to respond back, phone messages, nothing.
It's,
I just-
the agency is in,
They're in chaos.
yeah, I mean, I'll keep bail money in my wallet for you, Mike.
We'll chip in.
But, no, I can't, I have projects that are, I can't get anything done.
You can't get no response back from anybody.
Right.
And it's no matter who you are, they're not responding back. And that's the problem we're having.
Did you say we have Corps of Engineer?
Permit.
So it's concurrent jurisdiction, so,
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine that we're gonna have a problem with, it's just checking a box.
It's just, that's it.
Seriously.
And I don't understand how we need an Eagle permit where the Corps takes care of the river.
Well,
That's,
that's a long
That's
story.
my
That's a
problem.
long story,
yeah.
right?
I just want to let you know what was going on with that, and that's where we're at. Okay?
Good, thank you. We'll make you a cake.
With a file in it.
All right, moving on to, is it 9B? Where are we at? 10B.
10C.
10C. Ow. Hang on. Did I get ahead of myself? 10A is the kayak launch.
Right, which was
10B,
scooted, or
actually.
deferred, yeah.
We did all that, right? We're all done?
We're on the dike security camera now.
That's what I thought.
10C.
I
Yep.
have B. All right, dike security cameras.
So this is a little matter of a housekeeping issue. We had the camera system for the police department and the DPW approved, and it was installed. By the time we got the invoice, there was a window there where the manufacturer was no longer going to honor the sale price that they had on their estimate. So just as a matter of housekeeping, to make sure that we have this consistent in the books, just looking for an approval of the amount of $169.08, which was the overage.
I'll make a motion that we approve the additional cost of $169.08 for dike security cameras.
Support?
And we have a motion and support. Roll call vote.
Spending money.
All in favor?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Sorry.
It's money.
Expenditure, you should do a roll
No,
call.
no, no. We're
We are so rusty tonight. I'm rusty.
You're getting there, we're getting
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Verkaman.
Yes,
Motion carries.
okay. Moving on to 11A, new business, resolution number 012-2021, the Community Development Block Grant. Elaine?
So this is a required resolution for City Commission to do for application for the Community Development Block Grant Funds. This is for the infrastructure project. We are one of 2 communities in St. Clair County that is eligible. We're working on about $1 million worth of infrastructure improvements in the city, one really in each quadrant. The infrastructure committee met. These are the projects that they had put forth as their recommendations. With this resolution, what we're asking for is to request $917,108.10 in CDBG funds, and the local match for that would be $101,900.90. This is something that will benefit low to mod income people in the city of Marine City, which we are now an eligible entity for this funding. The only thing that I could potentially recommend in regards to this resolution is the system that they have in place for grants. You can get more points if you contribute more money. 10% is the minimum match. If you wanted to go to a 15% match, that might qualify you for more points and a better chance of getting the grant money. I did the numbers on that. If we did a 15% match, that would raise our local commitment to $152,851.35. So whichever one it is that you're looking to do, I would make a motion to pass the resolution in that regards.
152,851 what?
35.
35. But that still gives us the 917,000? That doesn't go up?
No, that would go down a little. That would go down the similar amount. We can change that number. I just wanted to let you know, if you chose to try and get extra points and go for that 15%, you're talking about a difference of 101,000 up to 152,000.
But you still get the same.
You're still going after $1 million.
Yes, but your chances are so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
For $1 million.
So do you want to spend another 50,000 to potentially qualify for more points and get the grant? The other community in St. Clair County that is eligible is Yale. And my concern is if Yale puts in something similar and say they're matching 15%, we're only matching 10, who might the
They're gonna
state
get it.
choose?
Yep.
So that's the only consideration that I would propose.
Hate to lose 900,000 for 50,000.
So the budget can handle it with no problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say we go up to 15. I think it's worth it.
Are there any other,
Go ahead.
are there any other breakpoints? You know, is the next one 20 or 7,
Or
you know?
16.
Yeah, I mean, what's the?
12.5.
Yeah, it keeps going up from there. You start getting a little
But
bit
it's
more
linear. It's
uncomfortable.
not a,
No, you can propose what you want.
from 15 to 20
You
is
could-
the same points.
You could
know what I'm
match
saying?
25% and you'd get more points. There is a scale. I think the next step is at the 20%.
Oh, so it is a step scale.
Yeah.
Okay, I was only going to propose another percentage or two if it was compounded mathematically, but it is not.
No,
Got it.
it's chunks. I think going above the 15%, the comfort level probably gets a little more
Sure.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, then we're into 200 grand.
Yeah, the minimum match is 10%. That's what is required by the community, but if we're willing to put a little more money in the pot,
Skin in the game.
yes, it would be more favorable for us. I
That
know
seems like a
Bill and Jacob were on the subcommittee for this. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. We've had a little bit of conversation about
That's
it.
what we discussed, is to go to the 15%.
I think you're better off, I mean, it gives you a better chance, and underground infrastructure is so expensive. Most people don't realize how expensive it is to do just a little piece of something. So if we have the chance to get this amount of money, I think we need to do everything we can to get it.
Agree? Yep. Anybody else? Okay. Can we all agree on the 15? And then I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion, we amend resolution number 012-2021 to change the requested amount to what would amount to 15% of the total project value, and approve.
Support?
And we have a motion and support. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, good.
For the
Good.
purpose of the minutes, should we include exact numbers?
So
Were you
the
working that out?
calculated amount that I have for CDBG funds we'd be receiving is 866,157.65. And then our 15%, the 152,851.35. I know you've probably been doing the math already too, right? No?
I did not, but
We'll double check
about
and
it.
make sure that those are the true numbers before we get that submitted. We are still working on refining the application, so what I had sent out and what we have posted, we're gonna keep kind of pumping up some of the information in that, but the numbers and everything will stay true to what we have put out there.
Good.
fingers crossed.
Yes. Yeah, that would be great. 11B, moving on to the meeting room chairs for 260 South Parker.
So I was working with the subcommittee, Cheryl and Bill and Lisa, and kind of looking at some chairs online, talking to some neighboring communities about chairs that they use. It looks like these are the chairs that have really kind of bubbled to the top. Black, hard plastic, they should be durable. They have a great weight capacity. They seem to have good ratings. There are a couple different ones that I provided. One has chrome legs and one has black legs. The difference is the black ones are on back order, so they are a little bit cheaper. I just don't know timing-wise when I would be able to get them. So if you approve this tonight, I would be calling them, finding out timing-wise if there's something that would be available in line with when our new office opens. Otherwise, I would probably resort to just getting the chrome ones because last time I checked, they were available.
If they're on back order a little bit, I mean, we have folding chairs somewhere, don't we? Or any other type of chair we can use? No? Nothing?
No.
No.
No, not that volume, no.
Okay. All right.
I think the black ones would be better. I did see some comments about the chrome chairs, that some of the chrome came off, and it's a whole lot easier to do touch-ups on just black.
Yep. I think it's a nice looking chair too. Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry, Mike, it's not comfortable, but it'll last.
Yep.
So I'd just be looking for a motion to purchase the chairs for an amount not to exceed $4,000, and that does include the shipping costs.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, I need a motion to approve the purchase of the 90 Hercules chairs.
100 chairs.
Of 100 Hercules chairs.
Cheryl, we need to waive competitive bidding because it's over 2,000 first.
Okay.
It's kind of tough with these things that you just purchase online because you don't really bid chairs.
I'll make a motion that we waive competitive bidding to purchase the chairs for the meeting room.
Support?
We have a motion and support. Do I need to do a roll call on that one too? Yes, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right, now I need a motion to approve the purchase not to exceed $4,000.
So moved.
Support?
And we have a motion and support and roll call vote for that.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Buchanan,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay, moving on to the 11C, the window coverings for 260 South Parker.
We received some really good quotes from Endress Interiors for a couple of different blind styles. One slatted wood blinds and another one roller shades. What I'm recommending is a combination of the two, using the roller shades in the spaces that are non-offices. So the conference room, the meeting room, the break room, and then using the slatted blinds in the offices so you can control the amount of light in the rooms. I should be able to achieve that with an amount of not to exceed $3,000. It would be a portion of the estimate from the roller blinds and the wood blinds.
What side of the building are the offices and conference rooms located on?
Kind of all around.
All
So
around,
for the
okay.
most part, the offices are on the
East.
east side and the south.
Okay, so they'll get morning sun and all-day sun.
All-day sun.
And then, yeah,
And then the ones like in the conference room, the break room, our meeting room, those would be the roller shades. Those are really things that aren't going to be used that often.
Yeah.
And you're not really going to have someone that's trying to work on a computer in those
Sure.
spaces.
sure. Just thinking if we could, arrange them by virtue of side of the building, maybe the north side doesn't need as much adjustment, but anyway.
Anyone else? Okay, I need a motion to waive competitive bidding.
So moved.
Support?
I have a motion and support. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Ross,
Yes.
Mayor Verkaman,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And then, what was the total amount? 3,062?
Not to exceed.
Not to exceed. Is that the total? Yes.
That's what I said.
So I need a motion to approve the not to exceed price of, is it the full price, right? 3,000?
Yep.
6212 or 13?
No, just not to exceed 3,000.
Not to exceed 3,000?
Right.
Okay.
Is he gonna cut you a little break since this is over 3?
There's part,
Part of each one.
Oh,
so
I
I'm not
see.
taking a
Sorry.
One.
full
Got it.
estimate of one or the other. It's going to be
I
half
understand.
kind of
Little bit
from
of
one and
both.
half from another.
I understand.
A plethora of both.
So it'll be maybe about 2,500.
He did call me today and he said it's gonna take at least a month to come in, so he wanted to know what our,
Everything is delayed.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
concerned, and I said, I
Yep.
think we'll be okay if it's a month, even a month and a half. We should
Hmm.
be good.
We can operate without blinds.
They've been great to work with them.
Mm-hmm. You can put some sheets
He's
up.
awesome.
All right. So I need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the purchase of the window coverings from Enders Interiors for, not to exceed the purchase price of $3,000.
Support?
We have a motion and support. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Verkaman,
Yes.
Commissioner Bryson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hendrick,
Yes.
Commissioner Clausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner Ross.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Moving on to 924 Metropolis. We need to set a public hearing. Elaine?
You've received a little bit of a summary from the building official, Tracy Calick, regarding the property at 924 Metropolis. This has been an issue that's been ongoing, dating back to the previous building official. And what he is requesting at this point in time is to set a date for the public hearing. This was before the Dangerous Buildings Board, and they did recommend demolition.
Anybody have any questions, discussion?
I have one. Has Tracy been in the building?
He has not been allowed access in the building now.
Has he requested it?
I believe he did at the public meeting. And they were not willing to grant access. The issues that he has called out are issues that can be seen from the door. So the responsibility is on the property owner to prove that things are okay. He has asked for a engineering report that they have stated that they received. we have never received a copy of that.
Well, I know in the building code, it does state that they have an opportunity to board up the house and make it safe before you demo it, but I don't know what procedures have been done here, so.
At the meeting, Bill, the homeowner repeatedly asked for this to be referred to the city commission. She refused to work anymore with the dangerous building because they tried to give her an extension for more time to provide the structural engineering report, and she said on several occasions, I'm done with you, I want to go on to the city commission, so.
Is she gonna give her paperwork to the city commission? What is she stating there?
No, she has not provided the paperwork. She may provide it to city commission for the public hearing.
We haven't gone over there and has it changed at all?
No. We have two building officials that have both deemed that it's a dangerous building.
I went to her first public hearing, and I've kind of been following along on this one. And I've looked at all I asked for, you sent me the file, so I could read that. I think part of the problem, from what I'm seeing, is that when Susan originally sent her, she just sent her a code. So then at the next public hearing, she was supposed to provide a list of the exact things. And what she did was just send her the whole code book. So somebody's not gonna go through the whole code book. I went by there, the grass is cut, looks like she's cleaned out a lot of the stuff out of there. The house is straight, the roof looks good, it looks secured, better than the one that was back there. What I'm kind of concerned about is at the same time she was trying to do this house, the house at the corner of South Mary and Parker, which had a chimney that fell off onto the sidewalk. The roof had big holes in it, and the whole center of it was sinking in. And when 3 of the neighbors signed a complaint about that, they were told that there was nothing wrong with that house. So I'm kind of confused looking at that house versus what was going on with that house. And the way it was presented, because she was supposed to provide a list so that the woman could do a timeline on how to fix it. But when you give somebody a whole code book, it's kind of hard to figure out, it's not always easy to look at. And then she also had some issues with a neighbor that came to the meeting, and that neighbor wasn't allowed to give her statement there. They didn't want to hear it, so I was concerned at how it was handled at the public hearing.
Well, I think as an alternative, you as a commission could request that she provide a copy of the engineering report prior to setting a public hearing.
Which was already requested, and she's never.
Correct,
She's
but.
never brought it in.
Correct, but that was with the Dangerous Buildings Board
Okay.
that she kind of wanted to elevate things to city commission. And that's
Right.
something in your authority that in lieu of setting a public hearing, you could request to see the engineering report. They have stated that they have the engineering report.
So when our building inspector at the time says that they gave the homeowner paperwork, do we have a copy of that paperwork? Do we have proof of that paperwork? I'm just asking.
Yeah, we have copies of the letters and
So
everything.
she didn't just
so-
go and give her a code book?
No.
No,
There
well-
there was an attachment that she
Because
did
what
with.
the homeowner says and what really happened could
There-
be very well be
There
two
were
different
copies
things.
of some pages from the code book that she did include. So one of the issues there is that the homeowner would not allow her entry to, like, walk onto the property to provide a complete summary of everything that's wrong. So she just kind of enumerated several of the really top things that she could see from the street and provided her just kind of some of the basic information from the code.
She sent her a letter that said, attached was a copy of an exterior property area section code of the 2018 International Property Maintenance Code. The code book's been adopted by the city. That's what she sent her, a code book. Now, that's kind of hard.
It wasn't the
for
book, I mean,
most
code books are like this.
people. Yeah, but you're
No,
sending her,
the property maintenance code is a little thinner. but there's 3 pages on what a dangerous structure is.
Yeah.
It says, please
There's a
use as a
section on it,
guide to determine what repairs are needed. Well,
She refused her entry. I mean,
well, she doesn't have to give her entry. She can look at the street and say, is it secured? I mean, that's what they did on the other house over there. We had 2 burn houses. I mean, one took 14 months to get down that nobody wanted to deal with. This certainly isn't as bad as that. I don't know if anybody's gone and looked at it.
I have.
It's not that bad.
But I'm
Compared
not-
to some of
I'm
the
not a-
others.
I'm not a structural engineer or a building official. So from the outside, if somebody cuts their grass, you know,
Well, I think a good next step would be if you guys request a copy of this structural
Yes.
report prior to setting a hearing. If the structural report that she claims that she has says everything is fine, then I don't know that we would need to move
it's a
forward.
pet issue.
Yeah, well, it sounds like she wants the city commission to see it, I guess.
Well, I think she didn't feel that she was getting a fair shake from the dangerous building board is what.
Who does?
Because I think some of it was blight versus a dangerous building, and I think that's where she was having the issues. She was willing to deal with the blight, and it's 2 separate things.
But isn't there foundational issues that you can clearly see from the outside?
Based on 2 building officials' eyes. I
based
mean,
on 2
I kind of agree with
professional
Lisa.
building
Looking at it from the road with my, unskilled experience, I could
Well,
see, I don't see that
everybody
there's
here
much
is
of any.
unskilled, because we're, except for Bill. Yeah, okay, well, I think that we need to move on to get this, the public hearing set, and let her bring in her proof.
Or you could say, we're not going to set the public hearing until you show us the document.
Right, that might be a little bit better,
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
yeah. Okay,
Just an idea.
See if she
Yeah.
releases it to us, and
Well, I think putting a time frame on it, so within 30
Definitely,
days or the
yeah.
next meeting, you set a public hearing if we don't receive it.
Right.
right, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay,
One other thing, the dad, before he died, I dealt with him for years with that house, and he would get letters, and then he'd get it cleaned up, and a lot of it was more of collecting his own, collecting tools outside and leaving them out over in the overhang, and tractors, he had tractors there that, and didn't really likable in a residential area. So,
okay, then I need a,
We don't need any action on this then.
we don't need any action, I don't need a motion to talk about what we just did?
Well, we're not setting this was on the agenda to set a public
Public
hearing.
hearing,
We're not
okay.
going to set a public hearing. We'll just
Going to
communicate,
give her a notice.
notice that,
Okay.
we want to see the report before we'll set a public hearing. If we don't get the report,
Then we move on.
then we'll have this on the agenda to set a public hearing next month.
Okay, good. Good,
But just the fact that it's captured on the minutes is enough?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
okay. Moving on to city manager's report.
Oh, let's see, I attended a VAC to Work webinar, talking about some of the hurdles trying to get people kind of back to work and the laws surrounding that. If anybody had an opportunity to watch the governor today, she is changing the rules again. Capacity for outdoor is going to be, I guess, the restrictions are going to be gone come June 1st. The mask mandate is going to be repealed come July 1st for, it sounds like, everyone, so that is a step, hopefully, in a good, positive direction. I have been working with the attorney regarding the issue for the Paul Gallus Clinton Friendship and the street end at Water. The law that Lisa had mentioned, Public Act 56 of 2012, does not apply in this case, so we're working on moving forward with the lease for Paul Gallus.
Can you explain why?
Well, the law that you cited says what it says. It does say if a road, it has, the terminus language, but this road isn't dedicated, nor does it terminate at the water's edge. everybody was part right.
But every road we have down along Bell River ends like that, and they're all the same.
But we own property that separates the end of the road from the water.
Yep.
Like
Well,
Jefferson.
then you got a problem with every street end along Bell River, that just opened the door for everybody on Bell River.
What do you mean to open the door?
Because it's the same all the way along Bell River. You have a strip of road.
Generally, what you said under the law, so the analysis went like this. So first you have to determine what waterway you're dealing with. Is it an inland lakes and stream governed by state law? Or is it a tributary to a federal waterway governed by the federal law? Either way, you were kind of on the right track, that if a road is dedicated and actually terminates, is dedicated to the terminus, meaning it goes right to the water's edge, not separated by other property, then the rules kick in about whether or not you can do something to blockade or obstruct the public rights of that road end. But here, the information that I got from Mike and from others, we have a strip of land, a parcel that we own, which will be the actual parcel that he's functioning on, that separates the end of the road on the diagrams from the water's edge.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that means every street end that goes to Bell River with Bell River Road in between, everybody can use. You just open it up for that, correct?
No, it's just the opposite.
I don't see that any of the other roads that end at Bell River, they're all the same. They all have the strip of property, they all have a road in between.
But if the road does not terminate at the water's edge, the public can't use that as an access point. If it does formally terminate at the water's edge, then the public has rights in the ingress and egress and access to the water at that point. So it's just the opposite, it's kind of the opposite of what you're saying. Because there's a land strip that separates the road ends from the water, the public doesn't have rights. We're not opening up these roads to be in little mini marinas.
So you're saying the riverbank where the water edge stops to the curb is common land of the city?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, because when we had trouble with the other side, we had trouble with Bridge Street, and Bridge Street had to go all the way to the river, and that's when we had trouble there too. Because that's when Cottrell's had to move one of their docks.
So if you look at the law you were citing, a public road end has a defined meaning, means the terminus at the stream or the inland lake. In other words, the road has to terminate, formally terminate at the water's edge. That is when, if it does, then you can't take actions that prevent the general public from using that as an access point. And ironically, Michigan law is a little goofy on this. You can't have mooring or docking of a vessel between 12 midnight and sunrise. I don't know why. The federal law is a little different. But generally, at least it says what you says, any activity that obstructs ingress or egress from the inland lake or the inland stream that the terminus would be prohibited. So here, you don't have, this road does not meet the definition of a,
So if the road wasn't in between, then it would be a street end. That's how you're saying it.
yeah. So when you look back to the cases up north on Higgins Lake and Houghton Lake, the battle became is you had, just picture a circle as a lake, and you basically on those lakes had a road that went in a circle. And then you had spokes that went out as public roads. And so over the years, the folks who, didn't have ownership on the lake and lived on these roads offset from the lake, took the position that they could dock and enjoy at the road end, and that's how all this litigation began.
Okay.
So, and if you, but because we have land that separates the terminus of the road from the water body itself, is how we're proceeding.
I think there are other circumstances in the city that it is a different scenario.
I think it is different in some of the roads, Lisa. You do have roads that do
Right into the water.
go right to the water.
Yeah.
This just isn't one of them.
Yeah.
So based on that, we went ahead and, I'm probably jumping into your report.
Oh, just,
We went ahead and drafted and threw over the bow a draft lease to the folks who want to moor the boats there. And so we're waiting for some comments back on that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
let's see, working on Teamsters negotiations, they have ratified, so that should be available at our next meeting for commission to approve. I'd like to welcome Deanna Michaels from Robert Half. She brings a lot of municipal experience. She's going to be the one that's going to be filling in for Megan when she's on her maternity leave. We've had her in the office, and Megan is very impressed with her skills and abilities. Just want to have a quick mention about 172 Bruce. We did have a second notice go out, so if we fail to get any action within that second notice, we'll be referred to Dangerous Buildings Board. And then, one other item, I had asked Mike if DPW would be willing to try and put something together for our new office regarding a logo for our meeting space. And one of his guys, Jeff Olesko, was gracious enough to spend some time and put something together for the commissioners. So this is something
Nice.
presented really from DPW and Jeff Olesko for City Commission.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
The new
nice.
office kind of shaped like the mitten. So thank you to him and everyone at DPW.
Yes.
I think that is all I have.
So Monday, May 24th is a significant day for the City of Marine City? It says right here, you'll be opening the office doors
Oh.
once again.
Yes, once again.
Wanna
We're
make
going to
sure
try
the
this
public
again.
knows this. All right. Good. Anybody have any questions for Elaine?
No, I just want to make one comment. I want to thank you guys for coming, because I did have your video, and she did get that. I forwarded that to her, but I had to wait to figure out how many notices that they're sending. But it does take time to process. They have to send one, and it's, what, 10 days or something?
Yep.
And then you have to send another one, and it's 10 days. But she is working on that based on the information that you sent.
We appreciate it, and we understand, we're patiently trying to work with the city to get something done. We just want to continue to
Yeah, I
keep
know.
our voices known so that we can keep the pressure on
Yeah.
the
Definitely.
owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city manager just said that, that the notice was sent, so, yep. That's good.
Can animal control get involved in that? I think what they'll get lend you cages, and then they'll come and pick them up.
County Animal Control?
Yeah.
Has anybody contacted?
They don't do that anymore.
They don't do it anymore? So you have to call an independent agency like Critter Control or something like that?
We've even talked to the woman herself about, we've even offered our help. Just trying to get rid of this problem.
I mean, we wouldn't have cared if she would have stuck a piece of plywood on the hole. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just anything.
Yep.
it's not really easy to
But like,
work with, so.
the
Yeah.
whole house, even when she opens up that garage, it's a hoarder home.
Oh, yeah, that house is nasty.
It's, I'm worried it's a fire hazard, honestly.
Yeah, and structurally, where the raccoons are digging in, it's by dormers.
Yeah,
where
it's a big hole.
It looks to me like it structurally could be an issue and very concerning,
Especially with all this being so close to it.
Mhm. Yeah.
A
Well,
raccoon
you,
considered to dig through your roof.
right.
That's thousands.
Well, you did the right thing by, coming here and speaking, and also, like I said, we've sent the notice, correct?
Yep.
So the process has
process.
started. You just have to be patient with the process.
We will. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to Commissioner Privilege. And Jacob Bryson,
I have nothing.
Commissioner Hendrick?
Couple things. When will we get the appraisal for the marina property? When will we see that?
That was something that was slated hopefully for tonight, but unfortunately, Six Rivers, they didn't have anyone that could make the meeting tonight, so it'll be at the next meeting.
All right, and the only other thing I have is this Saturday, May 22nd, from 10 to 3, there's going to be a craft sale and a mom-to-mom sale at the Marine City Lions Club. 545 Ward Street, 10 to 3. So come on out. They got a lot of vendors there for this weekend, so. That's it.
Commissioner Clausen?
We did have a planning commission meeting and reviewed a drawing for Phase 3 for a mini storage on King Road. And the only question I had on that one there, and I brought it up to the board, was when Walmart wanted to come in here, that land was mitigated, wasn't mitigated, it was designated as wetlands.
Yeah.
And so I really need to research that to see if they have to mitigate or they have to do something else with that property over there.
There's 15 acres of wetlands there.
Commissioner Kreidler?
Yeah, just want to say that it's warmer weather and I'm out riding my bike a lot and lots of other fine folks are. And so if you're out riding a bike, enjoy. And if you're driving your car, be careful and put the phones down and watch for people. It'd be great. Thanks.
Commissioner Ross?
Fully vaxxed now, plus 2 weeks as of 5 p.m. tonight, so I'm happy to say that. It's very exciting, and again, thanks to the St. Clair County Health Department for doing such a great job there. That's all.
Good. I want to say a couple things. Marine City was one of 19 grantees to be awarded $25,000 from the Ralph C. Wilson Foundation for our upcoming kayak launch on the Bell River. Also, the Community Foundation is proud to support Marine City by awarding 3 grants, including a $45,000 grant to support the development of our marina project along the Bell River. A huge thank you to those that were a part of the grant writing process. We couldn't have done it without you. And also, we also received another grant. We are just rolling with the grants from the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation for improvements at the pavilion and beach area. These improvements include a sidewalk, ADA accessible fishing platform, viewfinders, extra trash cans, and poster boards so you can see what kind of waterfowl and fish are in the area. Garden Club is having a flower sale this weekend at 300 Broadway. Look for the signs and the flowers. And I want to thank Police Chief Jim Heslop for being my guest. I do a monthly little TV show called The Mayor Minute. It's aired on CTV on Channel 6, and we are, so Jim and I had a nice conversation a couple weeks ago. We are very lucky to have Jim as our chief, and we're also lucky to have our own municipal police department. So I just want to say to all of our commissioners here that, you know, we can get business done, we can voice our opinions, and we can move forward with planned projects within our city and still treat each other with dignity and respect that we all deserve. We have very educated and knowledgeable managers that we rely on to do their homework and advise our city commission on what is best for our city. They are the professionals. It is why we hired them to begin with. Our department managers are the professionals that make our city run smoothly and stay fiscally responsible. I am just advising everyone to, again, please show their respect for each other. All of our city commissioners that sit on our panel here, we all read our packets. We all ask the city manager questions before our meetings. We are not just sitting here just to vote. We all care about our community, and we want to make Marine City a great place to live, not only for us, but for the people that live here in our future. And with that being said, I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for coming.